back.
It's a little crazy here. Let's just say that.
Yes, it is. But you know what? We've got an exciting segment because it's, I think, one that maybe some of you have all been waiting for, decorating that Christmas tree and how to do it well, how to do it right. Here to show us their tips are Sonia Kincaid and Mary Ann Van Gale. I'm sorry.
Come on in here, ladies, a little closer.
TBBs.com. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Well, this is really an exciting time for everyone. But Sonia, you're going to be telling us how to take care of those real trees.
The real
so
trees,
somebody has gone through the trouble of picking that perfect tree. How do you take care of it, first of all, as soon as you
Well,
find
the main thing, this is actually a pre-cut tree, so it's not something you're cutting down fresh.
Right.
You're buying it either readily available at your local nursery. This one was donated by Creekside Gardens in Richmond. You'll need to water it. The most important thing is the first week 3 times a day.
Okay.
Most people have no idea they have to do that, but you do.
Right.
And then the second week you're down to about 2 times a day, and so on as you go on. But that's really important.
Any trick to it? Yeah, you have to cut the bottom off?
You
when
do.
You do,
Yes,
for
yeah,
sure. Okay,
yeah.
so you have to cut the bottom off, bring it inside, put it up, and of course you have to make sure it is secure.
Right. Well, that's happened to me a few times where it comes crashing down
Yeah.
afterwards, but yeah, for sure. But the watering is the most important.
Okay.
So then, Sonia, how do you decide then on a theme? With a traditional look, a traditional tree, what are the things that you should take into consideration when you are considering what theme to go with?
Well, first of all, you're going to want to pick your color for the tree.
Okay.
Something you're going to run with throughout. With a traditional, it doesn't matter what color you choose. It's just a matter of picking one and sticking with it throughout. So it's a theme.
Right.
This one's a vintage, so everything on the tree is something old-fashioned, replicated from years gone by. And a lot of mixture of larger ornaments for fillers that you would put through it.
Okay.
So those are your cheaper ones that you'd buy at the store in boxes.
Right.
You're going to want to fill those in there, and then all your little special ones that are more unique you can fill in after. At the very
Excellent.
end.
We're going to have, Sonia, why don't you slide over beside
Yep.
this tree, and then we'll bring Marianne in beside this one over here so we can talk a little bit about this one. Marianne, obviously this is an artificial tree, but this is something great for people, you know, living in the smaller spaces, condo, apartment dwelling. But this one's very particular because it's feathers. You probably have to decorate this one a little differently than you would the tree we just looked at, right?
Yeah, you do. Some of the concept is the same, but because the branches are so light, you can't put a lot of heavy things on it, and you can't bring the lights out to the edge. So the lights are tucked in, and I tried to hide them well because it's green cord.
Right.
So you can't get pink cords on lights. So there's a feather boa that's kind of wrapped around to hide that inside and bring it some depth in there. And then I use a lot of, if you want to place these, some picks instead of ornaments.
Pretty.
So they kind of just lie on the branch.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
You kind of tuck them into the tree, and then you're not weighing down the branches, and try to place them, balance them out throughout. I do have some ornaments, but again, they're very lightweight.
Are you seeing more people going with more color than the traditional greens and reds and so forth?
It's all a matter of taste.
Right.
You know, it's definitely a more contemporary look. But these same ornaments and decorations I used on this tree, last year I had them on a green tree. So I've reused them this year on a pink feather tree, a whole different look, but I reused the same decorations. So if someone isn't as brave enough to do, you know, a hot pink tree,
Something as
then
bold.
they could take the idea of that kind of decoration and put it on a more classic tree and have a...
Well, I really love this idea. It's something completely different, and it's very well suited to those who live in small spaces. I guess that a lot of people are going this way because they just don't have enough room.
Or even a small room. They don't necessarily have to live in a condo, but if you don't want to, like a tree like this, you really have to rearrange the furniture in your room because it takes up a lot of floor space. So you're usually losing a chair or something. Whereas something like this, you can tuck it into an area and not have to lose that extra seating, and it's not taking over your room. But the nice thing about this too, it folds up into a post, so the branches all, if you put in a plastic sleeve, the branches all fold up flat, so for storage.
It's excellent.
It's like an umbrella.
Almost.
That's right.
I love it. You put it away.
Feather
for the rest of the
umbrella.
year, and you take it out when it's the holiday season. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, with something that is more traditional, going with a more modern theme like this, what are the considerations you'd want to make, Sonia?
Well, it depends on your house, right? So it depends on what's going on in your house. This is the style that I would do in my house, but my house is a lot more traditional. than say Marianne.
So you have to look at your home
you
decor.
do, because I couldn't bring that. As much as I love it,
Right.
if I put that in my home, it was just going to stand out like a sore thumb, and the kids are going to think I've totally gone nuts.
Well, I think it's gorgeous. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
You put a lot of hard work into these as well. We know you were in yesterday, so we just wanted to thank you so much for all the time you've taken
Have
too.
fun.
They're absolutely beautiful. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. These are great. This would fit in your house.
I think so.
Hey, in your place. This would be perfect for you.
Well, what I really love is that they've kept to specific color themes in both trees, which is nice. You know, going simple isn't always the bad thing. It can be very chic.
Yeah, I know, and I get the old slap on the wrist because when I decorate the tree, I just bring everything.
Throw everything.
Oh yeah, everything, like every kind of decoration
Don't do
ever.
as Derek does.
Don't do
Please,
it, guys.
no.
Make sure you talk to your gal first. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.